What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to be talking about a YStudio fountain pen. This was sent to me by one of my viewers, so I did not pay for it. I'm not being paid for it, and I will be sending this pen back. It is the resin version of the fountain pen, and it says the weight of words. Before I get into this review, I did want to let you all know that I do have a Patreon account. All of the information will be in the description down below. If you can support me there, amazing. Otherwise, you are supporting me watching my videos as well. So thank you very much. Now, this pen, I've seen a lot about this pen, and I was curious about this pen. Granted, I see less about the resin version and I see more about the brass version, but when somebody reached out to me and asked if they could send this to me for purposes of review, I said absolutely. So it comes in a cardboard box, pretty thin cardboard box. Just slide it open and there you have your pen. Not really anything too fancy. This is a red pen with the YStudio on it and virtually nothing else, which is kind of cool. You get the gold on top and gold at the bottom, and it's just, that's it. There's no other branding, there's no other markings, there's nothing. You get 6 sides that are flat all along. My brain is right now, so this is what it actually means. And it is a snap cap. The whole thing is pretty much a straight body. You don't really get any definition there. It's relatively thin. So actually, if I get Pilot Metropolitan, for example, at the thickest part of the Pilot Metro where the grip section is, it's actually a little thicker than this entire pen, but it's pretty darn close. It's a little bit taller than a Pilot Metro, but it's pretty darn close. Imagine a Pilot Metro that's completely like all the same size instead of tapering, and that's pretty similar to what you'd get here. Like I said, it's ever so slightly skinnier, but pretty darn close. Snap cap with a very, very small grip section, but I mean, there's really no indentation anywhere, so you can hold it wherever you want to, and no bother. You can post it, it's fine. It doesn't stay on very well, but because it goes down pretty decently in a writing situation, it's not going to go anywhere. You just can't flip the pen upside down. And yeah, there's not a lot of no frills, nothings to the pen to talk about. It is a cartridge converter pen. Currently, there's a Faber-Castell cartridge in here. Converter, not cartridge, converter. You cannot eyedropper convert it because it does have metal on the inside here and metal there. It's a very light pen. The Pilot Metro is heavier than this. So it's very, very, very light. When you do post it, it adds basically no weight whatsoever. Very small steel nib. Nothing to it. It just says Schmidt Iridium Point. It's a medium, and there's absolutely nothing special about it. Plastic feed. The nib seems a little small for the pen itself, which is a little off-putting. I would have liked it to be bigger. There's a small step at the end here, which is a little annoying because when you dip it in the bottle of ink to fill it, it gets kind of like gunked up there. Now, granted, when this was sent to me, the person who owns it had platinum carbon black in it. And I chose to put the same ink into that. So I am using platinum carbon black, which does stick a little bit more than quote unquote regular pigmented ink would stick, but still it gets stuck in the ridges and it's annoying. So I don't like that, but I do like the feel of the pen. It is a satisfying click when you close the pen. And I like the fact that there's not really a whole lot to the design. There's not really a whole lot to the pen. It's not something that's gonna like just stand out. Like, you know, if you're writing with this in class, no one's really gonna look at you. If you're writing with something like this, everyone's gonna look at you. So you can definitely hide a little bit more. And like I said, there is a brass version. and I think there's a copper version, or there might be one other version. I'm not too sure, but I know for sure there's a brass, and then obviously the resin. So you do have a little bit of choice with material, which is kind of nice. But what I like the most about this pen is actually the way that it writes. So let's do that. Okay, so the Quick Brown Fox jumps over the Lazy Dog, medium Schmidt nib with platinum carbon black as the ink today. This is a very smooth pen. I like it quite a bit, actually. You can get a teeny tiny amount of line variation, which is quite nice, and it is a fairly wet writing pen as well. I don't really want to smear it because this ink will stay on your hands for quite some time, so just trust me. And as you can still see here, this is still wet. It is very nicely tuned, very, very smooth, and again, nicely wet, which I really appreciate. You cannot really reverse write, nothing comes out of it. But I am quite pleased. When I saw this nib, I immediately judged it like the sassy person. And that just shows my straight up ignorance. I really love the way that this pen writes. Visually, I don't think the nib fits the pen. If I'm totally honest, I think it's too small. I would like to see a bigger nib, but for the way that it writes, I absolutely adore it. When the pen has been capped and not used, I've had no hard starts, no skipping, no issue whatsoever. And this can be a little bit of a finicky ink, so I'm very pleased to say that I've had no issues with it whatsoever. Of course, like any pen, you know, if you pause in between a long time of writing and you don't do anything, then sometimes there's been a hard start, but you just kind of do one of those and then it's up and running, no problem. So I'm very happy. I'm so glad that I was sent this pen. It is dynamite. Yeah, I'm very pleased. I cannot stop coloring in sections, kind of scribbling around. I've had long writing journal sessions with this pen, and I've been very pleased. Yeah, I just keep coloring. I just keep coloring. The price of the pen I will have posted at the bottom of the page because, like I said, I was sent this pen. I do not know offhand what it is, but I do recommend that you pick it up if you give it a go. Just do know that it is a thinner pen, so if you like thick beefy monstrosities, then don't get this pen because you won't like it, but if you do like thinner pens, definitely pick it up. Like I said, this is a resin version, it's very light, but there are others that are heavier. So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you've used any YStudio pen, and do check out my Patreon account as well. Any support there is more than greatly appreciated, because every dollar that I get there goes right back into this channel. So guys, if you're still watching this far in, you are the reason why I make these videos, and I appreciate you so very much. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you to all my patrons, VIP and above. Ultimate Human, Mr. Daniel Roddy. VIP, we have Elizabeth, Glen, Joan, Brian, Hunter, Aaron, Luna, Bobby, Tech Geek, Stuart, Ute, Victor, Bass, Whaley, Brian Law, Lucas, Aubrey, Marissa, Eric, Jessica, and Daniel. Thank you so very much.